Well, he's lining up, rolling coal, 33-inch slicks, jacked up high to the sky, can't steer worth a shit. But the crowds are yelling, there's no telling how far he can go. It's the way she goes in Ontario, hoping for a full pull. 100 feet, 200 more, really ain't that far. Give me that full pull, you stinking diesel burning whore. He loves his Dodge, that big old rig, but then he drives a Ford. When parts are breaking every week and there's never time to be bored. But it's fall fair season, the only reason to not go straight to bed and wrap your head around that mess you used to call a front end. 500 bucks, 1,000 more, his jaw just hit the floor. Give me that full pull, you beat up, broke down, busted whore. Sure, farming's tough when you're always up with that early morning sun. It's harvest time, but it'd be a crime if that Alice didn't run. Well, there's hay to rake and bills to pay, and the old girl needs some paint. You can't go third rate till the tractor pulls in this terrible state of decay. Sand for 40 hours, 50 more, and 50 twice again. Give me that full pull, you pretty shiny orange bitch. We'll pitter-patter, let's make her chatter till the damn wheels fall off. Stacks on fire, turbos whine, let's see what you got. Well, you might just be a redneck, fits your favorite time of year. At Burton Deer, the only thing to fear is missing second gear. 100 feet, 200 more, really ain't that far. Give me that full pull, you stinking diesel burning whore. Yeah, 200 feet, 100 more, really ain't that far. We're getting that full pull or headed straight to the scrap yard.
Welcome to the best seat in the house for the fastest growing arena sport in America. The United States Hot Rod Association shows. Ready for action? Ready for a good time? Then fasten your seatbelts and let's jam it into gear.
damn good time.
Look for the United States Hot Rod Association trademark, your assurance of quality in all future Motor Rock videos. And watch for an officially sanctioned U.S. Hot Rod Association show in cities all across America.
Our crew at Precision Ag is working the barley bin right now, but they still charge me for a beer even though I promoted them, the buggers. We're going to do a quick throw out for the Young's hat here, signed by Scott Wilson himself, the legendary salesman out of Regina. I think he's top salesman for 2 days in a row, I believe he was. So. Also got to know is, what are we going to ask? Who knows the name of the mayor of Odessa?
Oh, Chippy, you were just sitting beside him too. He was over. I think he was you gave him one of the cheap seats over there, didn't you? You met him at the elevator in Vibank. All right.
My batteries are done.
Yeah. Okay. I will talk a bit. We've got a hat. So, anybody know who the mayor of Odessa is? Who? I can't hear you from here. He's the mayor. I said, who's the mayor of Odessa? The mayor. That's the answer I would have went with in school. Larry Quimby. What? Ah. So who gets the hat then? Larry?
That's the answer you would have went with in school, and that is why you're doing what you're doing today, Dallas.
Yeah. All right. Tell you what. Just a little practice here. We're at Thunder in the Prairies. So thunder is typically loud, right?
I think we're on the prairies. We're
on the prairies. So can we make a little bit of noise to see if we can make more noise? So the beer gardens is the noisiest part already down there. So let's hear it for the beer gardens. All right. Let's hear from the west side of town. There's like 7 people down there, and they're almost louder than the beer gardens. How about the beer gardens one more time? Center?
I think that 7 people is Center.
Yeah. So far, the west end's the loudest. Let's hear the west end. All right, I'm coming down there. I got a hat to give away. All right, I got to stay away from the mic. The speakers will get that. All right. So who's the noisiest at this end? All right. All right. We got an over-the-shoulder throw. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. That's the first hat for the night. We got a bunch of giveaways actually tonight. So we're going to need loud fans. We're going to need everybody rocking and rolling.
Caitlin called me, Jacob called me.
Gotta stay away from the mic, the speakers. Chippy, you got your batteries changed? All right. Hello.
Yep. What? Beer
Dallas, now would be as good a time as any to welcome one and all to Odessa tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 7th annual Thunder on the Prairies, Night 1, July 4th, right here in Odessa. Day 2 coming your way tomorrow. Lots of fun for the entire family all day tomorrow. And we do have round 2, another big night, big event planned for you, including some more anthems. And some more monster RPMs and some big rigs pulling some big numbers.
So I just got the official news from Mr. Joe Hofford. He said 5 minutes to start time. So attention in the pits, attention in the pits. You got 5 minutes to wrangle up all the cowboys and cowgirls.
Hey, Zach, did you get a text from Tara?
I do, yes. We do have a little bit of opening ceremonies and programs to get to.
I'm working at Cinnamon, so I'm never home.
That's it, back to the Zach and Dallas.
All right, well, Zach has all the important information up there in the booth. And I know
There's a reason they trust me with Zach there, Dallas.
Yeah, they're busy.
well, you were actually shocked. You were hunted. You were hunted by Tara Moore. So, and she only hunts down the good stuff, right? So I guess we're gonna have to accept that fact that you're the best there is. The best there is. So my name's Dallas Bailey. I've been announcing with the Prairie Pulling League for many years, and I got my start in the Prairie Pulling League right here in Odessa, Saskatchewan, on one of the coldest, rainiest weekends I've ever seen in Odessa. After that, it's been amazing weather every time. And so this is the 9th annual here in Odessa. And all of the money raised from this amazing event, Zach, goes right back into this community.
No, that's what I heard in its inception. There was a special project, though, that you guys were raising money for. It felt it was such a great thing to bring everyone together for such a cause. So let's keep pouring back into the great community of Odessa, right now.
Absolutely, you know, the Hall project is one of the best facilities along this highway, and it has been great for the community, and the amount of volunteers that it takes to put together an event like this. I was talking to Dave earlier. I said it's always comes right back to this. It's 1 year of planning, 1 year of getting all the volunteers and everything all together, right to this weekend. And this is the only fundraising that the community does, and it's spread out so much. And we as pullers kind of consider this event the Grand National of Western Canada for pulling right here in Odessa, Saskatchewan. So big round of applause for everybody that spent their hard-earned money coming down here to enjoy this show and watch these people play with these big toys.
Oh yeah, she is going to be a real treat for everyone here tonight. I tell you what, let me tell you there, Dallas, you speak of it like a good recipe. And that's how you get such a successful event. You mentioned 7, 9, 12 years and being the pinnacle of the Prairies. So this fine pulling event is right here in Odessa, Saskatchewan, in our backyard. And I tell you, when you put that recipe together with all those good folks and those good people and all that time in there, why not make it an annual one as good as it gets?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got word from our pit boss, Kellen Huber, wearing the big white cowboy hat all the way down there on the west end of the track. He says, we're ready to make some thunder. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for thunder on the prairies? Are you ready for thunder on the prairies? Oh yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the superstars, the women, the men, and the boys and girls of our Prairie Pulling League. They're all coming out here to introduce themselves. We're going to get them all out on the track here. And as they come rolling out, ladies and gentlemen, we just got to hold off on that because we have a couple of things that we have to do. So once I get these amazing ladies and gentlemen out here, we've got some friends from the United States of America come all the way up here to pull here in Odessa, Saskatchewan, and it's the 4th of July. So it's the 4th of July. We got a couple of amazing American teams to come up here to Odessa. So we're going to be singing both national anthems, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a beautiful young lady. Brooke is going to be our color lady with the flags. I'm going to turn it up to Zach, and he's going to introduce your singer for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So please rise and remove your headwear as we sing both of the national anthems.
Yes, Brooke here coming into the drag area, riding on her horse, JT Racing Hickory Vegas. We're in the U.S. flag first, as we will do the United States national anthem, sung by Miss Brandy Aspeliner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous skies, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs burst
Awesome. Stay on your feet. Thank you, Brandy. And as we switch out the colors, Brooke Muir and her team, her pony, grabbing the flag of our great country, Canada, red and white and free. Brooke and this team are three-time Canadian champions. They've won many buckles doing what they love, and they're mounted riding shooting. And she is mounted. She's locked, loaded with the red flag. And we're going to turn things back to Brandy as player for O Canada.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, can all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious set free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
All right, thank you, Brandy. Thank you, Odessa. Thank you, drivers. Are we ready for Thunder on the Prairies? Odessa, are we ready?
It's time to get it on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get our drivers and our superstars. We're going to rock and roll Brad, right? We're going to rock and roll tonight. We're going to introduce you to each and every one of those amazing superstars as they come through. We've got a whole bunch of different classes, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be fast and furious action tonight. We've got 60, count them, 60 different contestants tonight for all of our classes. So you guys are in for a treat. And don't forget, if you enjoy what you see tonight, we're doing it all over again tomorrow night, Zach.
That is absolutely right, Dallas. I wasn't sure we were going to get to 60 tonight. You've got 10 fingers and 10 toes, my friend. I didn't know how we were going to get to the top. But we will find a way to get to that monstrous list of entertainment. And boy, what a treat. You are going to be blown out of your seat. I hope if you did pick up earplugs, you might want to utilize them at some point tonight, because we're going to get loud here, Odessa. Tell how loud we're going to get there, Dallas.
Well, it does get a little loud. I'm a huge motorsport guy, and I've been around loud things, as Richard can't hear very well either anymore. But we'll inform you of the ones that really sting. But it'd be a great idea to have some type of ear protection, whether you've got earplugs, earmuffs, your hands, the neighbor's fingers, doesn't matter. As long as we can protect your ears, we'll let you know on the ones that are pretty nasty. And so we're going to start off the entire event here with the youngins, where we start off in this group. That there's so many families within this Prairie Pulling League, and the youngins all want to be a part of this too. So we've got the micro mini class, and this is basically just a little lawnmower tractor with a hopped up little motor in it. And backing into the weed steel structure eliminator junior is one of our young ones, Nicholas tonight.
Yeah, it was like Shoot the Thrill, C&W Motorsports at Ringmore, Saskatchewan. Going to be our first one in the senior. And it is Nicholas. That there could mow my lawn, you're telling me, Dallas.
Absolutely, but really fast. So Condi Seeds are the sponsor on this micro mini class. And first up, we have one from Ringmore, Saskatchewan. This is the Leader family. Is it Nikki? Nikki is driving. Nicholas Leader. is cutting rug. He was laying rubber there. That track is going to be a tough one to figure out. They laid a little bit of water to it, got a little greasy. But Nicholas Leader is going to set the bar right there with the 102.01 for the first micro. And again, Condi Seeds is the sponsor of this class. Now we have one stock truck, right?
All indications point to yes, but we don't have official verification.
All right, so we got one stock truck, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 2002 GMC pickup truck, but it's got a 5.9 Cummins dropped into it, 5-speed Allison transmission. This is Chris Lepaston, and he comes out of, where is he from? Gavin, Saskatchewan. So it's a Chevy with a Dodge motor in it. There we go. Pretty good start. 307.46 for our only truck in the stock class. I don't know how stock that was because it's a GM with a Dodge motor.
All right, Dallas, this next one we're supposed to have up is Cherry on Top. That's Duncan.
Should be Duncan Hopper here from Odessa, Saskatchewan. Oh, 1.6 liter Chevette motor. Good pull, Duncan. Good pull, 2:13.17 for Duncan Hopper with a cherry on top on a Hopper pulling team here.
Because he has a little bit more than Sherry, Justin.
All right, keeping with the hot and heavy action. We're going into our four-wheel drive class on the Weed Steel Structure Eliminator. And this is one of our American teams, ladies and gentlemen. This is Crown of Inches. Out of Robinson, North Dakota. Brent Shifty. Brett has been pulling for years. Just got this truck all tuned up and ready here for Odessa. This is a big block Ford in it, 460 cubic inches. I believe last year it was the #1 four-wheel drive truck here in Odessa. He's coming back again. Ladies and gentlemen, setting the bar in the four-wheel drive class. Again, was our winner last year. one of our American teams coming up here to play in Odessa. Thunder of the Prairies. All right,
and down to the Savage Bunny, back to the mud of Mayfield. Medicine in Alberta, visiting the nation's province of Saskatchewan from our sister neighbor.
Yeah, they run the monster truck team out of Medicine Hat, Alberta. Tomorrow, from 3 to 6, I think, they're going to be giving monster truck rides out back in the parking lot there. So Dakota Boomer Sackman with this 2-liter Dodge Dakota motor, 5-speed standard in this thing, Zach. And hopefully, once Tyson gets out of the way, he's supposed to be leveling out the dirt that Crown of Inches left behind, but seems to be visiting or something. But Dakota also is a mini modified monster truck driver, and he's going to be doing a monster truck tour for the next 3 weeks after being here in Odessa.
It's a pretty sweet part-time gig for the Empire.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Savage Bunny, Dakota Sackman. You're going to hear the rev limiter pop on this thing, and he dumps the clutch. You guys, you're coaching.
All right.
Rev limiter clutch. Rev limiter clutch. Rev limiter clutch. There we go. There we go. Go, Dakota. Oh, he's got a good hook. He's got a good hook. Dakota Sackman, 240.78 with the Savage Bunny. Fantastic.
The Savage Bunny sleigh today. Still switching back to fourth gear, heading to another base truck. Plum Crazy in your program.
All right, anybody that's been around the tractor pulling world can recognize this unit rolling in on the far side in the Prairie Pulling League. Weave steel structure eliminator. All the way out of, he's actually 7 persons, Alberta. Al Christensen in this beautiful machine they call Plum Crazy. Old 638 cubic inch Merlin big block Chevy, injected on alcohol. This is an all steel body 1947 GMC. This truck has been pulling since the 80s. Al has 2 of these amazing machines. The other one's a 2-wheel drive. Had a major meltdown in Morris, Saskatchewan, or Manitoba. Didn't get it back together, so he wanted to come play at the Grand Nationals in Odessa, Saskatchewan. He's here. And he's going to put on a show for you once we get our amazing equipment that we got donated to us from several different suppliers of Redhead, Young's Equipment.
Well, it's events like these that just don't happen with all of those major sponsors.
We got to get Al going there. He's getting warm. Yep. A lot of horsepower with it running that long. She gets really hot.
All right, we got the green flag, green flag. Here is Al Christensen with Plum Crazy.
Al Christensen. 69-37.
Alright. Getting ready down on the left end of the track. Back to the modified micro minis. Got Shoot the Thrill on the line from Raymore, Saskatchewan.
That should be Will Leader. Alright, got thumbs up from Amanda. So, alright. So, Nicholas kind of spun out at about the 100. I was talking about Nicholas that ran it before. So we got to pit these families. You know how that goes, right? You got to pit them against each other. But Will Leader, up and coming puller in the Leader family from Raymore, Saskatchewan. CNW Motorsports is their name of their team. Uh-oh, there we go. This is a clean and equal test. Will Leader with a little bit farther than Nick. Still a good pull, 166.94. 166.94.
Instead of Shoot the Thrill, maybe it should be Little Willie Won't Go Home.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, that must be the one you're on now. Alright, okay. Alright. Will Leader heading on out. Will William.
Alright, next up in the modified four-wheel drive trucks.
Should be Pandemonium, eh?
The Pandemonium Van Out pulling team out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta.
Should be Quentin Scott driving it. 632 cubic inch big block Chevy. One of my favorite designs in the suspension. This has a very, very unique suspension system underneath it. Kind of a cantilever system, so it keeps almost the same weight on the front wheels as the back wheels. You'll see how it stands up when it starts pulling. Now I can hear you. Scott is back in Pandemonium, and man, we have such a long list of amazing sponsors, but our major sponsors, as Zach talked about them before, we got Meridian Manufacturing, Young's Equipment, the Odessa Co-op, and the Sherwood Co-op. You know, without their big donations stepping up to the plate and helping us out, we couldn't put on a world-class event like this. And like I said, Zach, this is the Grand Nationals of pulling in Western Canada, right here in Odessa.
No, it's quite unique to have such a pinnacle event down here in old Odessa, but boy, I tell you, it turns heads and brings people from far and wide to see what you're seeing at this green flag right here.
just like he always does. 301, 34, fantastic pull. Holding the leaderboard right there.
I understand why his coach name is Pandemonium now.
Glad to see Justice Getz got out of bed today. Good thing he's got the radio on in there, he can't hear me. So we got Cherry on top, about ready to hook on to the weed steel structure. Eliminator Jr. should be Danica Hopper.
Our next modified micro mini should be Danica from Odessa, Saskatchewan, the Hopper pulling team, and Cherry on top. Getting locked and loaded down there. The starting line pulling a little rig. Let's put our hands together for Danica.
Fantastic job, Danica. 2:12:37. 2:12:37. All right, so that's our microplast, ladies and gentlemen, sponsored by our Condi Seeds. I appreciate them stepping up to the plate. The kids even win a little bit of money doing this. They win a little bit of money. So, Jamie Ericson, you're going to get to meet her husband a little bit later, but she's the better half of the whole family. She's helping us here with the tabulation of all of these. And, she wrote down that they're all winners, ladies and gentlemen. They're all winners in the microplast. So big round of applause for the micro minis. All those young kids. We got a wild one coming up here, Zach. This one's coming all the way out of Darlingford, Manitoba. The Tugger team. This is Shenanigans. 572 big block dog. Where's my Dodge fans in this crowd? All right, they're over there. I see the pig pounder. I know he's a Dodge guy. So, one thing you know about the Nickel family out of Darlingford, Manitoba, they love their Dodges. This is a brand new build for them this year. We got to meet it in Morris, and it laid a pass down. Right now, he'd be chasing down Quentin Scott and Pandemonium. Should be Tom or Matt. Matt Nickel driving, okay? Cold fire there right away. Blair's got the cold fire out. Just a little alcohol fire. Not a big deal. He was struggling hard to get to that 301 mark that Quentin Scott laid down with Pandemonium. All right, we need a tug from the Bailey boys. Little tugger truck there. Gonna take Shenanigans back into the back. Tegan McIntosh is operating the pull truck tonight. Hey, do you know her? You might know her. That's Sean's lovely daughter, helping us out with the tug connection there.
Dallas, you got any connection to that Prairies phone?
I have a little bit of connections to that. Hey, there's the beer truck. Chippy, the beer truck just went by. And we got 50-50 sales tonight too, don't we?
Guaranteed $1,500 from
Guaranteed $1,500 from Holford Services. That is awesome. All right. Tegan is going to get the Tugger team to the back. All right. We're going into our mini class, ladies and gentlemen. The mini class. Now, Tara gave me, or Shannon gave me some really cool information. There we go. So this one's coming out of Odessa, ladies and gentlemen. This is for our family with the little Odessa special. 540 cubic inch big block Chevy. S&S gearbox, stainless 60 rear. Driven tonight by Sean Moore. Sponsors are Broken Arrow Acres, and they're huge sponsors with us for the entire event. For our mini class, 275.20. So the mini mod class is 2,500 pound weight class, maximum 575 cubic inches. Naturally aspirated, or you can have up to 370 cubic inches with forced induction, which is like a blower or whatever. But I don't think we have any of those here in the class tonight. So
that's pretty hard to say for our first driver in that class.
absolutely. All right, we're keeping you busy jumping back and forth between these four-wheel drive side again there, Zach. Grant Braun out of Winkler, Manitoba. Windy Lane Enterprises and Windy Lane Towing are the sponsors on this amazing machine. 1966 Ford F100. 650 cubic inch big block. And I was telling you about some of those engines out there that are a little tougher on the ears. Zach, this happens to be one of those units.
So you might want to pull out an earplug or two or your neighbor's palms and put them in your
the big leaderboard. 324.59. Grant Braun. That was awesome. Now we're back into the modified traffic class. On the mini side, we have Mr. Matt Bell out of Roland, Manitoba. On the mini. Tractor he calls the Joker. 360 cubic inch big or small block Dodge. Got it juiced up. Best thing about this, guys, pay attention. Matt has one of the coolest wives because Matt's wife told him to buy this tractor. They came to a tractor pull, so you can buy a tractor. That's what they're doing right now. Matt Bell, small block Dodge. We're having a discussion with the flag guys. We're going to Matt Bell. Small block Dodge in there, Matt Bell, 271.49. 271.49. Just got word from Blair, our final flag. The flag guy said that Sean Moore is dropping his first pull and moving to the back of the leaderboard, or the back of the pack, to pull again. That's one of the rules that we have with the Prairie Pulling League. If you're the first one to pull in your class, you get choice to either accept that pull or go to the back. All right, coming out of Duff, Saskatchewan, this is Feeling Froggy. Should be Scott Wilson. Huge big block Chevy. Four-wheel drive. Pretty cool paint job on this thing. They've been pulling with us. Started out with antiques for years. This thing is kind of a monster. We'll see. Right now, dogging right up there. Putting Tegan back to work again by looks of it. So yeah, I was saying that the Wilson family out of Duff, Saskatchewan, Valley View pulling team, they been pulling antiques originally. They started here in Odessa 8 years ago, I believe. 8 to 9 years ago with their antiques, and they bought some monsters. They got this thing, they got a wild mini tractor too, but Northside Sales and Service, Yorkton Ag, Bumper to Bumper in Yorkton, and Garon Securities are the sponsors with those teams. And it's important with the sponsor stuff, we got to acknowledge them and thank them, because like events like this, and even just to get the pullers here, it takes a lot of sponsors.
No, absolutely. It does include silver sponsors for the event this weekend: Altitude Aerocheck, Authentic Rail G Inc., Bailey Boys Towing, Bayer Cross Science, Fairclough Casino and Hotel, Blair's Cross Solutions, Boss Lubricants, Cornerstone Credit Union, Crossroads Branding Company, Dangleman Industries, Donco Trucking, Andy Brasta and Sons, as well as many, many more hands, volunteers, people, folks, hours and time spent throughout such an illustrious event here on many, many, many years occasions, 7, 8, 9, 12 in some instances, depending on how your member bank works and the gaps in between.
All right, on the Weed Steel Structure Eliminator Junior, hooked up there, Carl Getz out of McLean, or Bannock, Saskatchewan. Just $1. There we go. 3-4. Fantastic.
Just a quick note for people that were here last year and saw the big flyby. Our friend Perry Weisberg, who lives in Minot right now, he has a farm up here in Odessa, grew up here. He couldn't get out of Minot because of the wind, so we unfortunately didn't have the flyby for tonight.
Which is kind of a good thing because we were having some technical difficulties to get everything rolling here. But I tell you, we're in full swing now, and we're rocking along. So our four-wheel drive class has been determined, ladies and gentlemen. And first place coming out of Winkler, Manitoba, Grant Braun in passing time. Second place goes to Scott Wilson in Feeling Froggy, and third place goes to Pandemonium and Quentin Scott. Big round of applause for the four-wheel drive class. Now we're going into the unlimited diesel. This is Dylan Lashinsky out of Oxbow, Saskatchewan. Open but didn't. I tell you, he had a pull going on there. I know. I did it. I jinxed him. He's been having gremlins, and right from Morris, Saskatchewan, all the way up here to Odessa, he's been having some gremlins with that thing. Starts off hot, pulling hard, and it's almost like the fuel shuts off, or the safety kill switch, or something just shuts them on. But it's, again, brand new build last year. Dylan's working hard to make it happen. We'll see him back. They'll get things figured out. He's got a very good mentor. And we're going to see his mentor pretty soon. What? They're gonna rehook? Okay. So he said he wants to rehook too. I gotta let Kellen know. So if he's not happy with his first beer truck's back, ladies and gentlemen, anyone wants to go in the 50/50s down front here. Guaranteed $1,500 from Hofford Services tonight for sponsors. So we're gonna be selling 50/50s until after the steamers pull. So make sure you get your 50/50 tickets. Buy lots. Buy lots. All right. Jake Legui right now with the Punisher out of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. 351 cubic inches of Cleveland Ford engine in there. Alcohol injected. This is from the Legui pulling team at Legui Farms. They got track. You can see where he took Teddy Vogt for a drive. That's awesome. That's why we often call that class the rattlesnake class there, Zach, because you just never know what to expect.
A little bit of shake there, a little rattle and roll there, and then you get your end destination. It looks like they're going to need some assistance getting off the track as well.
All right, we got Tegan McIntosh backing in there again. The Bailey Boys tug truck. Speaking of Leguy Farms, pulling in on the unlimited diesel side, one of the most beautiful machines that we have in our Prairie Pulling League overall. This is the Iron Man. It is a 1955 Ford F100. It has a 6.7 liter Cummins that is slightly modified. I say slightly as in absolutely everything on this is 100% race. This is an amazing machine. Leguy Farms has sponsors on it. Should be Russ Leguy driving it. And I know he's been doing his best to keep up with the farming and the truck pulling. His poor wife Sharon battling with dementia, and I know he's been dedicating his runs this year to his lovely wife Sharon and anybody else battling with those debilitating diseases. It's absolutely horrible to watch, but this truck battling first and second, back and forth with another guy here. This is a very picturesque truck, ladies and gentlemen. So get your camera phones ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Leguy Farms, Russ Leguy, the Iron Man. There is a message right there, 322.18. The Iron Man rocking it. We're sending a little, it's a 6-liter LS motor, running with the distributor, alcohol injected. He did an amazing job building it. Amanda broke it in last year. It is the tractor they call Dragula. Cheyenne did a fantastic job in Yorkton. She was so nervous, and she knocked it out of the park. Green lights are on. Green flags are waving. Cheyenne leader. Oh, got a little wild there. Got a little wild. Good job. That's some professional driving right there, ladies and gentlemen. Young Cheyenne leader. Got a little sneaky, she let out of it. Perfect thing to do. She had a good run going on there, just hooked the wheel a little bit. You got to steer that thing with foot brakes. Takes a little bit to get on, but she had a good 2 straight runs in Yorkton, Saskatchewan. All right. Cheyenne and Amanda are going to head back to the pits. Good job, Cheyenne. I know the crowd kind of caught quiet there, Zach. Are these things on? You guys having fun so far? Because they got to hear you. All right, unlimited diesel class. This is Chris Lang out of Francis, Saskatchewan. He has a 2008 Ford F-350. This has a 6.4 liter power stroke. He used to run in our stock class with us about 4 years in a row. He decided to step it up, juiced it up a little bit, and he come to play. Representing the Ford crowd. Lang's Heavy Diesel out of Francis, Saskatchewan. Good job. 240.68. Now understand that truck, other than some suspension upgrades, the ladder bars, still basically stock. So each year, I guarantee you, Chris is going to step it up. That's the way you started out. Ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat now. This here, making a little bit of noise, rolling in to the Weave Steel Structure Eliminator Junior. This is Craig Strudwick out of Belgold, Saskatchewan, with our #1 lead graphics, Stephanie Paul ratified. He has been knocking it out of the park for 4 events so far. He got second place in one of the events, but he's got 3 first place already. And in a couple of seconds, you're gonna know. This is another one, Zach, that's a little tough on the ears. Big block Chevy, injected on alcohol, and Craig can pilot this thing, and you're gonna see why he's #1 here right away. He's really tightening the seatbelts down. Green light is on from Teddy Vogt. Ladies and gentlemen, ratified out of Belgold, Saskatchewan, and Craig Strudwick. Tapping the brake a couple times, you lose a little bit of mile an hour when you have to tap the brake.
I'll say Harley here is hard of the hearts. That was quite a run right there.
That is why he's our #1 prospect. But I know that there's an American coming up here soon that's got his sights set on that Canadian. Lee Paselka is going to be hunting him down.
And we always like a good little battle for the quarter.
Absolutely. So again, we got to thank our volunteers that are keeping the track. Every pass that we make, Zach, we're out there prepping the track again so that it's exactly the same for each individual contestant. Because you gotta fill up the dirt that they took with them, smooth out those tracks, pack them down, ready for the next one.
Here I thought those skid steers are just out there playing.
Little ballet action. All right, up next, Tatusi, Manitoba. This is Grandpa's old beater 2, 6 liter, which I lovingly call 6 liter, F250, basically stock. Jake Weave is going to be driving this thing.
Looks like Grandpa's already spoken in it.
Well, I tell you what, he didn't disappoint us in Morris. He did exactly what we figured was going to happen. He left antifreeze on the track. Living up to the 6. Is he going or? I can't see anything, Zach. What's going on?
I'm not sure. Yeah, there's movement back there. Something through the shadows.
I smell automatic transmission fluid. Oh my. Well, Grandpa's old toy, old beater, there, I'm not sure what went on there. Was it only front wheel drive going on, or was it looked like 4-wheel drive?
If it was in-wheel drive, you could have pulled us through that smoke screen.
Yeah. But don't got no mosquitoes down here, I'll tell you that for free.
Nor does my nasal passage.
Well, Grandpa's old toy, beater is going to go back into the back there. Jake maybe check things out. I don't know, there's like a lot of stuff going on, but there wasn't a lot of stuff going on. So I don't know if the tranny was taking it for the team or what. But I could smell tranny fluid. A lot of diesel. Yeah, so the action is so fast-paced, back and forth. You look like you're at, welcome to Tim Hortons, going through everything. Just busy, busy, busy.
busy. Another one coming down the far end of the track. Getting on to the little pole. Putting it in again.
It should be Jordan Moore in Buck Fever. Long storied history on this tractor. Many of you that have followed along with us and know the meaning behind this tractor. Means a lot to us. Built in memory of his good friend Adam Herold that lost his life in the Humboldt bus crash. Jordan Moore has been campaigning this tractor for the last few years. Small block Chevy, 2 big turbos strapped on the thing, and if he doesn't light it up on fire, he's going to light it up on the track. He does one of the two. He always puts on a show. Ladies and gentlemen, Buck Fever, Jordan Moore. Like I said, if he doesn't light it up, he's going to light it up. Wow. Some ignition, some fuel, something going on. Tegan! I think we need you down here, Tegan.
A little tug.
Yeah, we're keeping Tegan busy. Holy crap. Lots of pulling back there. He had a heck of a pull going on. But it was almost like ignition or fuel or something. Shut right off. Sometimes too, Zach, on the back of these things, when we hook up to the sled, not only do you hook up the chain that pulls the sled, we've got a safety kill switch that if something goes wrong, if the chain breaks, that's a lot of horsepower strapped on the front of those things. They shoot off like a rocket if that chain breaks. So they got this safety kill switch, and it stops the ignition, stops it so that no one can get hurt. He's got his helmet off. Big round of applause, Jordan Moore. Buck Fever. He'll get it figured out. He'll be back for the big shoe tomorrow, I guarantee it.
He's still getting a ride.
You betcha. All right, on the unlimited diesel side there, we have Cade Chadney coming out of Oxbow, Saskatchewan. This is a 6.7 liter Cummins. This is a 5-speed standard in this one.
He's getting the green flag. We are ready for it.
Second year of pulling with us, and he's doing a great job. Oh, I think he's got it tonight. Sounds good. Sounds really good. Good stuff, Cade. Cade Chadney, 244.61. Fantastic pull. Very first time we watched him pull was here in Odessa, and he got that truck vibrating so bad the front grill flew right out of it.
He did enough to escape the game.
Exactly. Fantastic. And again, he's got a great mentor in the diesel. One thing about this PPL, the Prairie Pulling League, it's one big family, and everybody helps everybody. It doesn't even matter if you're in the same class. When you squeeze on the helmet, though, that's when things change. They become competitors at that time. So don't forget, get your 50/50 tickets, guaranteed $1,500 tonight, thanks to Hoffert Services right here in Odessa, Saskatchewan.
Yeah, 15 tonight, 25 guaranteed tomorrow night. So this is just day one, folks. Day two tomorrow, you can come on back. Bunch of fun things here in the afternoon with family, and again, we are going to see some more antique action, and again, the main event pulls. You're not going to want to miss it. Lots and lots of fun still taken this weekend out here.
All right. Here's the football. Going for a heck of a ride. 69.79. 572 cubic inches big block. American horsepower right there. Arlington, South Dakota came a long ways to come up here. He actually said he's been pulling in Canada in our pole season here for the last 8 years, and he thinks he should get dual citizenship. That's what he was telling us at the meeting. He wants to become a Canadian.
Makes sense why he's flying the flag from Canada back there.
Yippers. Oh, Janie, guess who's up? This is Janie's husband, better known as Jordan Ericson, coming out of Boston or Quill Lake, whatever you want to call it. I like Boston, Saskatchewan. Truck they call Last Resort. Long story behind this. Eventually this truck will be Janie's because they're building a monster of a diesel truck. But this one, ladies and gentlemen, you can win a ride in it tomorrow night with 50-50 tickets. You can win a ride in this truck tonight to win a ride tomorrow. Oh yeah, Jordan Ericson, the Last Resort 287.25. Huge pull for Jordan. Huge. Fantastic. He got something right. He got something right. That is awesome. Must have been that stolen U-joint, right? Jordan had a drive shaft issue in Yorkton. Ended up getting a drive shaft from Dylan Lashinsky, or a U-joint, a half a drive shaft from Dylan Lashinsky. Wow. What a pull, Jordan Ericson. Good stuff. Ericson Diesel out of Boston, Saskatchewan. All right, backing up on the Bleed Steel Structure Eliminator Junior side, Joel Dow out of Corny, Saskatchewan. Tractor they call Sneaky Pete. 327. Running on alcohol. Big old carburetor on the top of that thing. Alcohol carburetor. He's been having some struggles this year. But I think they got it figured out. I heard it running in the pits. Things sounded good. Small block Chevy and the little Sneaky Pete. All right, it's going to be the environmentally friendly tractor that we have. This thing is nice and quiet. Ooh, it got even quieter. Yeah. That's why they call it Sneaky Pete. It just kind of sneaks up on you. Come on, Joel. There we go. Now he's got it lit up. Now he's button. Keep it straight, roll. No, that way. That's a win right there for you. That's a win right there. 230.97. He's been struggling all year. That's the best pass. Best pass. Fantastic. Good job, Joel. Finally getting it figured out. Uh-oh. Guess who showed up? We got a monster backing into the Leeds Steel Structure Eliminator. That is the truck we call Domestic Dispute. It is the truck that has been banging back and forth, first and second, with Russell Glee. This is Derek Menzies And I quickly want to say happy birthday to Macy. It's Macy's birthday, born on the 4th of July. Happy birthday, Macy. Dad's going to lay down a pass. This is domestic dispute. Slightly modified 6.7 liter Cummins. It's a 04 Dodge, but that's about where it stays. It's a 04 Dodge. This thing's a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Get your cameras ready. Domestic dispute. On both the schedule. Dispute #1 pole, right? This here is Bucket of Bolts. Taylor Strudwick. 468 cubic inch big block Chevy. Years ago, this tractor was in the badass pulling team with Getz Brothers. He used to have a small block Dodge in it. Runs a lot better with a big block Chevy, I'll guarantee that. Had a little bit of trouble in Yorkton, something got wet, couldn't get a good pass. He's here. He's got big numbers to chase down his dad. But we'll see how Taylor does tonight. Out of Balgonie, Saskatchewan, Taylor Strudwick. Bucket Bolts. Under there. She's a heavy hitter now. And I gotta take my time here to thank the Strudwick family, huge promoters of this event. They've been traveling to all kinds of car shows with their units. Same with the Legui family, promoting the Prairie Pulling League, getting the word out there. And then 1,500 plus fans show up here tonight to see a show like this. Fantastic job. All right, Dylan Leszczynski is back for his second pole. He was the first hook in the unlimited diesel class, but I don't know, Janie. I think he's got a bit of a mark to catch. His mentor, Derek Menzies, just laid down one of the hugest passes of the unlimited diesel class this year at 341. Huge.
Now, did you know that they have t-shirts for sale at the canteen right now? They've got those beautiful Thunder on the Prairies t-shirts, and they are for sale. Kids and adult sizes, $25, and you can look just as good as those fine folks walking around in those t-shirts.
Come on, Dylan. Oxford, Saskatchewan, Dylan Leszczynski. Go, buddy. That's much better, but it still did that little hiccup at the end there, so. But a good pass, 258.32. So that's our unlimited diesel class. Janie's going to do the figuring out here, and I'm going to tell you about this little mini backing in. Should be Colton Wilson out of Duff, Saskatchewan, in the little tractor they call Redneck Tuning. This tractor started out as a micro mini with a little 4-cylinder in it. They upgraded it, put a 6-cylinder in it. It's got a 306 Ford. I believe this one's got a standard transmission in it too. Colton Wilson's been pulling with the Prairie Pulling League for a long time, and he's only 14. He was pulling with the Antiques since we started down here in Odessa. Mom Wilson said that they didn't bring any antiques because they didn't have enough trucks to drag everything down here. But Colton said he's been pulling antiques for a long time. Got this little unit, a little bit underpowered for this particular class. I wish we could split this class up so we had an A mini and a B mini or something like that. But oh, he's got a good pass going on with that 306. He's usually consistent at about the 180, 190 mark with it. Like I said, he's very consistent. 193, like it's a very consistent little tractor. Good job, Colton. They said he's somewhat underpowered, like he's around that 135 horsepower, and I believe Craig Strudwick would be somewhere around that 50, 12 maybe, somewhere in there. Just taking a guess. But good job, Colton. Big thing is he's out here having fun. All right, the unlimited diesel class, the tabulation has been filed. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? At one of the largest passes that we've had in our Prairie Pulling League, 341 feet. We have domestic dispute first place, Derek Menzies.
Put your hands together.
Yeah, absolutely. Make some noise for these fantastic contestants. Second place goes to Russ LeGuy and the Iron Man. And third place goes to Jordan Ericson and last resort. Man, I sound like I repeat myself, eh? Menzies, LeGuy, and Ericson. Top three every time. And so the skid steers, one of them is Voss. And Voss Industries, they donated the skid steer, and the other one was Westcon. Thank you very much. We're putting them to work tonight, digging up all this dirt, putting the piles down, leveling it all out. This is peer pressure out of Odessa, Saskatchewan, right? Darren Kress. Friday night, Darren is done. All right. This has a 351 Ford motor in it. They call it peer pressure. You've been hanging around with the Hoffmans too much. That's what happens. You get into this tractor bowl and stuff. Yes, Livestock, MK Industries, CK Sandblasting and Painting are sponsors on there. Oh, he's going for a ride. Peer pressure. Small block Ford with a turbo on it. There we go. Peer pressure. Good pull. 269 for one.
Tonight, Florida, we got to thank some of our sponsors. Major sponsors for the event this weekend: Meridian Manufacturing, as well as Young's Equipment. Odessa Co-op and Sherwood Co-op are major sponsors. Big thank you to them. As well as some of our platinum sponsors: Broken Arrow Acre Seeds, Canadian Prairie Outfitters, On Seeds, Tire Final Rentals, Offer Servicing Incorporated, Manager Group, E&P Farming, Trucking, as well as Stone Country Equipment, and Bond Farms are platinum sponsors for this weekend. Getting the pulling area reset for you. A lot more electric fun for the whole family left here this evening. And if you didn't get yourself tonight, we've got another day coming your way tomorrow. So you'll get your tickets. Come on back tomorrow afternoon. Fun for the whole family. Activities planned, and then we got antique tractor pulling. And then the main event once again.
All right, activating our Prairie Pulling League rule number 1. If you pull first, you can come back. You can either take your hook for the first or come to the back of the pack. So Sean Moore with Little Odessa Special coming back to rehook. See if he can do any better. What's the top? Craig Strudwick sitting on number 1 right now at 288. So that is the mark to beat. Little Odessa Special is capable of it. So we'll see how Sean does. They took it back to the pits, did a little bit of change up on it. We'll see how he does. Sean Moore, Broken Arrow Acres. Just not lighting up like that thing usually does. So I don't know what's going on there. Needs a little bit of love. Still a good pull, 238.24. And right now, Jamie will need to figure it out. Great time to thank some of our more amazing sponsors that we had there, Zach.
And no, absolutely. BCK Livestock Financial, Caledon Financial Services, Don and Joan Lands, Elk Track Electric, Englot Auto Trim and Signs, Canvas Farms, Crest Livestock Limited, Precision Ag, Krasinski Sales, Ramada Arrow Park, also Richardson International, Ritchie Brothers Auctioneers, Surgery Sand and Gravel, Syngenta, Timur Acres Limited, and Grasslands News Group, our gold sponsorship group for this weekend. A big thanks to everyone involved for putting this wonderful event on today. Action World. Those who came from close, those who came from far, safe travels as always as you come to and from. But please don't rush away. We still have lots more left to come here tonight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Guess who we got here? This is your number 1 mini guy right there. That's Craig Strudwick and his son Taylor. I think they got some swag, but we need some noisy people. You gotta make some noise. If you want some swag from the Strudwick pulling team out of Balgonie, Saskatchewan, that's your number 1 guy right there. That's the number 1 son, Taylor Strudwick. Make some noise if you want some swag. All right, thank you very much, Strudwick family. I said you guys are definitely ambassadors for the Prairie Pulling League, going to all these car shows with your units and showing them off. Thank you very much. Super high five, brother. Thank you. All right, we're moving into our Super Mini class. Super Mini class. So the tabulation is done. First place went to Mr. Craig Strudwick walking off there. Big round of applause for Craig. Second place goes to the Punisher, Jake McLean. Good job, Jake. And third place goes to the Little Odessa Special with his very first pull at 275. Big round of applause for the mini tractor class. Now we're turning up the wick a little bit there, Zach. We're going to the Super Mini class. Coming out of McLean, Saskatchewan. This is the Vice President of the Prairie Pulling League. Monty gets tractor calls the Demon. 5.7 liter Henry. Monty Getz doing great this year.
You were ridiculous turning up the volume on that one. protesting the start there to get things going after round two.
Fantastic, that is starting the bar right there. So that is a 5.7 liter Hemi, pretty much the same motor that's in the truck that Tegan's driving there, little Bailey Boys Tugger. Only Monty's added a little bit of extra power to it. Ballpark somewhere around 1,500 horsepower in that little small block Hemi. And we got a few offerings in the super modified class. That's another one firing up. Beer truck's back. The beer truck's back. Again, don't forget to get your 50-50 tickets. I know for sure at some point with the 50-50s, you get to go for a ride with Jordan Ericson in the Ericson Diesel truck. Oh, Jordan's down there talking. Jordan, how's it going, buddy? You're going to take somebody for a ride tomorrow, aren't you? That's going to be a wild ride. Second place ride in the competition. So make sure you buy 50-50 tickets. We're just finding out if the second ticket is tonight or the second ticket is tomorrow night. It would make sense if it was tonight, because we want to sell tickets tomorrow too, so. Alright, this should be the sheriff, right? Yep, out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta. And the Vanook pulling team, they drove 10.5 hours to be here in Odessa, Saskatchewan. Thank you very much to them. Wayne Vanook going to be driving tonight. 500 cubic inch Keith Black Oldsmobile in this thing. Flowing on alcohol. This boat heating reminds me of the 80s again. Series 70 Dana rear end in this thing. Not bad, Wayne Vanook right there. Wayne Vanook 264.01. Young Wayne Vanook driving that. So we just got confirmed that tomorrow's 50-50, which is a guaranteed $2,500 from South Country. The second ticket pulled out gets to go for a ride with Jordan Erickson. It's not going to be during the competition, it's going to be after the competition. So it'll be close to the second half part. All right, we're going to get Wayne pulled off there. Keith Black Oldsmobile motor in that thing. That's old school horsepower right there. coming out of the hopper pulling team here in Odessa, Saskatchewan. Should be Neil Hopper driving lethal injection. Super Mini. 500 feet is Alan Johnson Henry. Down Farms, Hopper Services, Excel Engine Builders, Shimco Farm Sales, Small Motor Services, and Gulf Petroleum will be sponsors on that Super Mini. Neil's been holding the #1 spot for the last three events actually. Had some traction problems down in Yorkton.
Well, hopefully he's picking those down here for things to the fans in Odessa.
He never ever does not walk. What I tell you, he never not puts on a show. That was taming a rattlesnake right there, Neil Hopper style. Look at you guys riding on there. Big K steamer, ladies and gentlemen. These will be on display tomorrow if you want to come check them out. Another thing too with our Prairie Pulling League, we have open pits. So you can actually come back, visit with some of our drivers, check things out.
All that and much, much more on the way tomorrow. A short little break here. We're going to pick things up with the back half of our evening program.
Absolutely. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for that team and their steamers coming all the way to Odessa, Saskatchewan from just north of Moose Jaw. So I take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, thanks our big major sponsors, Meridian Manufacturing, Young's Equipment, the Odessa Co-op, and the Sherwood Co-op. We're going to take a quick pause, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Be ready for action in the second half, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
gentlemen. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Attention in the pits. 2 minutes. Attention in the pits. 2 minutes. We're going to get this Thunder in the Prairies underway one more time.
And over to you, Dallas. I was able to make my pit stop there. Hope everyone else was able to get some refreshments, so pit stop in and get ready for round 2. Back half of our program tonight, out here in Odessa. We've been treated to quite the program already tonight and quite the event so far, thanks to many volunteers and hours put in. A major sponsorship coming from the Meridian Manufacturing of Equipment, Odessa Co-op and Sherwood Co-op are four major sponsors. Big thank you to them. Also our platinum sponsors for the event, Broken Arrow Acre Seeds, TV Trucking Corporation, Indian Prairie Outfitters, Pondy Seeds, Firefly Rentals, Hofford Services Incorporated, Mazer Group, D&K Farm Trucking, South Country Equipment, and Fox Farms. Big thank you to all of our platinum sponsors, gold sponsors, silver sponsors, and bronze sponsors. Again, without you, events like this do not happen.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get back into the stands. Like a lot of the motorsports announcers say, we're going to sell you the whole seat, but you only need the edge. We are going to really amp up the horsepower in our second half, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to go to my favorite class, too, in the second half. Some amazing machines coming up in that. But right now, we're going to smoker class. Tractor coming out of my hometown of Yorkton, Saskatchewan. And the Super Tracks Motorsports team. This is Daryl Cozy and the tractor they call Remedy. International 466. A 1206 body. Profile transmission in this thing. Super Tracks is owned by Helen Blouse. And the units are cared for and looked after by the Cozy family. This tractor's a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Daryl Cozy in the Remedy. 279.67. Setting the bar massive in our smoker class. This Remedy came out of the United States, and if any of you watch Beer Money Pulling Team on Facebook, this was originally their tractor. Helen and Super Tracks brought it up out of the United States, been campaigning it in Canada, and the Cozies are laying some passes with the Remedy. So that sets the bar right there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we need to warm you guys up a little bit. Jamie Erickson's got some t-shirts and a hat down at that end. You gotta make some noise down there in the beer gardens. I'm going this way to the west. I got a hat and t-shirt too. We're gonna throw them out. We gotta make some noise because we're gonna see a pretty amazing machine right away. All right, make some noise over here. Oh, there's my buddy. All right, the crazy Yuki. All right, we got a kid's hat here. All right, there we go. Oh, just about hit that kid. All right, I'll see if I can get it to you. Here's an Ericson Diesel t-shirt. Oh, that was horrible. My arm is so bad. Yeah, shooters. I could have done shooters, exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up to our #1 smoker tractor in the Prairie Pulling League. He was #1 in 2023. He was #1 in 2024. And he's back with a vengeance again, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of Carmen, Manitoba. Tractor they call Case of Addiction. This is Mr. Tyler Penner. This tractor is going to be on kill tonight. The air is perfect for this. Watch the different colors of smoke. Tyler Penner, Case of Addiction. #1 right there, ladies and gentlemen. Case of Addiction. 307.58 on the back wheels. Tyler Penner out of Carmen, Manitoba. Showing you right there why he is #1. Giving Big Sean McIntosh a ride. Quite an amazing machine. If you get a chance to come down to check it out. And the Moore family's here. Jordan's got some swag from the Moore bowling team and the Broken Arrow. What do we got here? We have all kinds of glow bracelets. We gotta make some noise if you want some stuff. Oh, that was pretty simple. That kid Jordan giving out autographed photos. Tara, Brooke, got some stuff for the kids. Come on down, kids. Come on down. There's all kinds of stuff. We got some more of this too. You want to do this? We got monster trucks. Ready? There's a monster truck. There's a monster truck. Don't forget to come for monster truck rides tomorrow, 3 to 5. Thanks. You're doing awesome, buddy. Jordan Moore t-shirts. Tara and Brooke down there giving out some more stuff. Kids, follow them down. They got more stuff down there. Don't forget, last call 50-50 at 9 o'clock. First ticket out wins you $1,500 guaranteed. Second ticket out goes for a ride in one of the unlimited diesel trucks of Jordan and Jamie Erickson. All right. We've got our next contestant in our smoker class coming out of Darlingford, Manitoba. The Tugger team. This is Jim Nickel in the tractor they call Jeff's Parts. .930 case, converted to alcohol, pulled out a second place win or second place finish in Morris, Manitoba this year. That sun is just in the right spot or the wrong spot. I don't know how you read that one. But green lights on from Big Sean. Green flags are going. Jim Nickel, Jeff Parts. run. Jim Nickel 270.44. Got a little squirrely about half track there.
Just when you thought he was going to lose it, he brought it on fast.
Tara and Brooke have some more stuff here. Tara and Brooke have some more stuff heading down there.
Make him earn it. Make him earn it.
Exactly. Got to keep the blood flowing there, Zach. 50-50 is last call at 9 o'clock. 50-50's last call at 9 o'clock. Thanks to Hopper Services in Odessa, Saskatchewan here for guaranteeing $1,500. And it could be higher than that. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you picked up a program, there is a long, long list of sponsors that it takes to put on an event like this. And we've got some amazing sponsors have given us equipment to keep this track all going. Boss Industries right there with Tyson Newman operating that one. And Justice Getz is operating the one from Westcon donated that skid steer. And Young's Equipment, of course, right there, packing things down. So, that's our smoker class, right? This sounds like a Donovan. This sounds like a Donovan. Coming out of Martinsville, Saskatchewan. One of the most iconic trailers in the pulling league that I've ever seen. From the Coastal Pulling League. This is Boston. 562 cubic inch Donovan. Big block. This is a 1982 Ford 7710. Ken Boastman been a pulling for 48 years. Tonight, he's got a special driver. Kevin Whitby out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Kevin Whitby is no stranger to horsepower, but this will be the first time he's saddled up behind a Donovan motor. Kevin Whitby used to be one of the drivers for the Banook team out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta. Kevin Whitby is a cancer survivor. Cancer survivor. There's not a lot of people that wear a badge like that. But Kevin is one of the few. And he's been asked to drive the person he's got to drive. Not many of these Donovan motors left anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's all good. It's just a little bit of alcohol burning on the ground. It's not a big deal. Blair's got it out with his foot. Good job, Blair. All right. So Kevin Whitney has set the bar in our modified tractor class. And we got some amazing pieces of machinery coming up in that class. Well, we get Tegan with the Bailey Boys tugger to pull him off. Another fantastic opportunity to let you know about all of the stuff that's going on tomorrow. We've got a car show downtown. We've got kids, bouncy houses, sand dig, monster truck rides, face painting. Like, there's so much to do. We've got heavy horse pulling. We've got pedal car pulling. And then we got our main show. Then we got fireworks. Then we got a cabaret. When does it stop? Tuesday morning. So there's so much to do in Odessa here, ladies and gentlemen, this weekend. I hope you booked off the entire weekend. Tuesday, we're going to give you our time catch up tonight. From our Super Track team. This is a brand new tractor to their team for this season, 2025. This is a tractor they call Prairies. 540 cubic foot big block ready. Should be Michael Cozy driving it. We've seen Dad Darrell earlier in the Remedy. This is Michael Cozy running this tractor that Super Tracks just picked up. Came out of the pulling league out of Ontario somewhere. Helen Blouse. And it's got a wild slipper clutch system. Melt the hole in the side of that block right there, or else the spark plug burnt up. So 220 with a little bit of injury on the engine there. Looked like a little bit of flame coming out of the front spark plug on this side. They'll get it figured out. Michael Cozy with Code Red at 220.75. We're definitely keeping Tegan busy tonight. He's as busy as you are between flipping and flipping and flipping. The pace is a little bit better now. And we're turning up the wick. Doing a good job, Tegan. Doing a good job. You start Monday. They don't let the good ones go. Absolutely. Mopar fans, we got some more Dodge coming back here. Coming coming out of Spruce Grove, Alberta, part of the Tugger team and the Nickel family. This is Sodbuster. This is count them, two big block Mopar modified motors in this thing, running on alcohol. Pembina Hills Collision, Bill B Supply and Rentals, and Miller Auto Machine.
There's a lot of things running on alcohol around here in Dallas. What's the reason for that?
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention yet. Very first time I've never been paying attention. What did you say?
There seems to be a lot of things running on alcohol out here in Dallas. So I was wondering what the reason for that was.
Oh yeah. So not only is the beer gardens rocking, but they're rocking down on the west end too. I've been down there. They're getting busy down there. So this is with the Sodbuster, brand new paint job this year. Fantastic job. They're going to get them unhooked. And we're going to get Sodbuster back to the pits. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we got more stuff to give away. We got Sarah LeGuy from Wayward, Saskatchewan. The Iron Man. The Mad Farmer and the Punisher right here, and the kids, we got some t-shirts to give away. You gotta make some noise. You gotta make some noise for the t-shirts. For the LeGuy Farm, you gotta make some noise. Oh, louder, 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 louder. Oh, right there, the LeGuy Farms t-shirt. Sarah's got one. Sarah's got one. 1, 2, 3! Oh, only one person got poked in the eye. Good job. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah LeGuy, big round of applause right there. Yeah. So it's nice now that the sun has calmed down, Richard. It's a little bit better. The lights are going to be coming on. We got some pretty special units coming up here too. So we had the last call for the 50-50. I can't wait to find out who's winning the money and who's going for a ride tomorrow. In competition yet. That's huge. Get to ride during the competition.
Have you ever done that before?
I have not. I have not.
Have you got your 50-50 yet?
I should have bought a 50-50, absolutely. I've been too busy, Zach. You and I are working here. All right. This here is the tractor that started the Prairie Pulling League many years ago. This is second attempt coming out of the Hopper Pulling team right here in Odessa, Saskatchewan. And we have a special driver tonight. I just have to pay attention here to my text. This is Rod Cowie, one of the sponsors for the Hopper Pulling team. So Cowie Farms. So Rod Cowie is driving tonight. This tractor's pulled out a win and 2 second place finishes so far this season.
I was going to say, does he know what happened on the first attempt, or why it's called second attempt?
It is called second attempt because Joe Hopper's dad Rod and Uncle Neil ran this thing in the 80s. When they retired, they stuck it in the bush, and young Rod Hopper seen it in the bush, dragged it back out, freshened up the count of three 455 cubic inch Oldsmobile motors in that thing. And this thing has been a consistent hitter for the entire life of the Prairie Pulling League. And it's such a great tractor that you can put almost anybody in the seat of that thing and it goes straight down the road. Typically driven by Bobby Joe Hoffert or Emmett Balla. Emmett Balla's been laying some passes down with it. Let's see how Rod does with Cowie Farms, one of their major sponsors. He did a great job, ladies and gentlemen. 245.73. Very first time strapping all that horsepower between you. Good job, Rod. Rod Cowie. Right. Again, one of the major sponsors for Hofferts and the pulling team here in Odessa. Good job, Rod. So again, thanks to the volunteers working back and forth with this equipment. Westcon to the Teleskid TDC, driven by Justice Getz tonight. Tyson Newman down at the other end there. What are you doing out in the skid steer, bro? You're supposed to be working. Jeez. Hard to find good help, Zach. It really is.
I hear you, but it isn't hard to find good sponsors. And let me take a few moments to thank some viewers who really put their hands together to help make this happen here this weekend. Some of our golf sponsors, BCK Livestock Financial, Peloton Financial Services, Don and Joan Lenz, Outtrack Electric, Angwan Auto Trim and Signs, Ambice Farms, Crest Livestock Limited, Precision Ag, Rasinski Sales, Ramona Emerald Park, Rickerson International, Ritchie Brothers Auctioneering, Ceremonies Sand and Gravel, Syngenta, Teamer Acres Limited, and Franklin's News Group. Those are our gold sponsors for this weekend, and a big round of them. And we have another current kitty rolling through the line down there for our next poll.
Alright, we have Ryan Leader out of Raymore, Saskatchewan with the #1 modified tractor from 2024. The Hellraiser. Brian and Amanda with C&W Motorsports. This has a 526 cubic inch Brad Anderson Hemi. Now we're going to see a couple more Brad Anderson Hemis a little later on. But this thing is a monster. Had a little bit of a hiccup first night in Yorkton. Second night in Yorkton got rained out. So he hasn't had a massive hit yet. He said he's coming here to lay it all on the line for our Thunder in the Prairies. The Hellraiser. This one's quick, ladies and gentlemen. And this one's a little sharp on the ears, too. So if you got soft ears, Ryan Leader laying it down through 10.54. He's back. Ryan Leader is back. That's right there why he was #1 in 2024.
Hey guys, don't miss what you said. So you repeat that.
Fantastic. I know if you go out to the pitch right now, there's a big old smile on that big man's face. Fantastic run on leader. He did that at a gentle 26.8 mile an hour too. Doesn't seem like that fast until you convert it. Awesome run. We got the beer truck back. You're just about out. Still have some left. Alright. Better check with Chippy. Not sure what's happening with him. He's in pain. He is in pain. All right. Don't forget, tomorrow's a huge day. And once we get the results for the 50-50, we'll be drawing those tickets. First ticket out gets you a big old pile of cash, guaranteed $1,500 from Hopper Services. Second ticket out goes for a ride during the competition tomorrow at 6 o'clock. 6:30 is our start tomorrow. We start a little bit early. All right, coming out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta, from the Vanook pulling team, should be Angela Vanook, one of our lady superstars. This is Thunder Road. Ladies and gentlemen, this has a V12 Allison, 1,710 cubic inches of PT boat motor. PT boat motors from back in the World War II era. This is a engine that they've had multiple different combinations on. It's been naturally aspirated, it's been turbocharged, it's been supercharged. Now they're back to naturally aspirated. Very consistent tractor. Angela is a very good pilot and always a contender. Said your Vanook team loaded up, 10-hour trip down here to Odessa, Saskatchewan to come to the Grand Nationals here. Green light is on. Angela Vanook on the road. Angela Vanook, 243.88 with Thunder Road. Gonna be able to set that up here for another run. And also, if you are here to come tonight, there's some real nice ones RPM and some big units coming our way. Yeah, the next one coming up, Zach. Very, very special to the Prairie Pulling League. As you can see it rolling in. Again, out of Yorkton, Saskatchewan, my good friend Brad Bludoff. And LT Motorsports. This is the one and only jet-powered tractor in Canada. And we're lucky enough to have it as a showpiece in the Prairie Pulling League. It's got a T-53 Lacombe helicopter engine in it.
I was going to say it's out of a Boeing 757 line.
And this thing here, ladies and gentlemen, Brad in jet blue is going to get it backed up to the weed steel structure eliminator. They're going to get the chain hooked up. He's going to pull ahead. He's going to tighten up the chain. Then he's going to start spooling it up. He's going to start spooling it up. And he's got to heat up that chamber. So you're going to see a big old flame coming out of there. So get your camera phone set, ladies and gentlemen. Listen for it. When it starts spooling up, he's got to get it warmed up. And he's going to shoot about a 6 to 8 foot flame out of that front exhaust port. So here we go. He's going to get it spooled up. All right. You're going to get it spooled up. You can smell that jet B fuel. He's going to be on kill. Right here in Odessa, Wisconsin. Driving off, Brad Bludoff, ladies and gentlemen.
Pretty impressive piece of machinery again. Pretty impressive piece of machinery again.
All right. More Dodge on Dodge action right here, Mopar fans. This is the Gator coming out of Rose Isle, Manitoba. Tonight, one of his sons is driving. Devin is driving tonight. Jason Fawcett is the owner of the tractor. Gator, count them three. 440 big block Dodges, joined crank to crank. The heck of a thing to tune, I'll tell you. But been running with us all season. Started down in Morris, close to their hometown. Came up to Yorkton, put on a good show there. Gonna lay down a pass here. All right. Devin Clausen got three big block 440 Dodges in it. But they got her loaded up with fuel. By the time he gets to the other end, he's going to be laying out some flame out of those pipes. See how they have their tune up on her tonight. The Gator. Oh. Red lights are back on the pole. Something is not correct. That's the thing with the green lights on the sled. If the sled operator feels that there's something unsafe or not ready, he'll leave the red lights on. Once he turns on the green lights, Then the flagmen make sure that the track is clear. Then they'll lift the green flags. And then Kevin Clausen, leader. Kevin Clausen, that's leader. Rose Isle, Manitoba. Fantastic. Jason, he did a hell of a job. There we go.
Folks are sure getting their seats worth tonight, to tell you. That was quite a run right there.
Yeah, a little bit of flame shooting out of the pipes there. The old mixture was just perfect.
We got some more units to come here tonight before we close for the evening. Don't you worry, we got more coming your way tomorrow afternoon and evening. So come on back and check things out. Lots of fun for the whole family.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after we do this poll here, we're going to draw for the 50-50. Remember, the first one out is the cash. Second one out goes for a ride with Jordan Ericson in the unlimited diesel competition tomorrow. So, this is the Prince's Team Invader coming out of Wascata, Manitoba. This is the tractor they call the Warhawk. Allison aircraft motor in this thing. This tractor has been seen all over Canada, all over the United States, and the UK. This tractor is pulled over there too. Dave Prince driving it. This is another one, ladies and gentlemen. The air is just right tonight. And if the tune-up is correct, when that thing gets to the end of the pull track, it's going to be leaving about 6 to 8 foot flames coming out of the zoomies on that Allison. Running on alcohol, supercharged Allison aircraft. The Prince Pulling Team out of Wascata, Manitoba. Gonna get the chain tight. Green light will come on from Big Sean McIntosh. And Mr. Dave Prince will be ready to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warhawk.
two. You'll see a bit of flames coming out of it right there. Fantastic. Huge horsepower. We need a pole, Tegan, we need a pole. All right, well, we got Tegan McIntosh coming out with the Bailey Boys Tugger. We're going to give away some money, and we're going to give away a ride with Jordan Ericson, ladies and gentlemen. How much money are we giving away tonight? Holy. Thanks to Hofford Services and all of you sitting in the stands, $1,830 is going to you guys tonight. The lucky winner is yellow ticket, which I don't know if there's a difference, 018794. 018794. You are $1,800 richer. Come down here, we'll get you looked after. And the second ticket out to go for a ride with Jordan Ericson in competition tomorrow, 018648. So 018648. Those are close. Those are close. All right, we got money down here, and we'll get you hooked up with a ride in the Ericson Diesel unlimited truck they call the last resort. Do we have any winners? All right, looks like I'm the winner. So we'll call again here, but I'm gonna fill you in on the modified tractor class. Oh. So number one in the modified tractor class, and back on top, Ryan Leader with the Hellraiser. Second place goes to Dave Prince in Warhawk, and third place goes to Kevin Whitney in Bass Blue. Good job, team. We're about to start my favorite class, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're gonna call for those tickets one more time. For the cash, ticket number 018794. For the ride with the last resort, 018648. One of my favorite guys here, Roy Prairie and Wasted Wages out of Sturgis, Saskatchewan. 468 cubic inch big block Chevy in there. Always putting on a good show on the back wheels. He wants to thank his sponsors, Champion Assets Limited. They are sponsors for Roy Priesty. He's been doing awesome this year. Very consistent. At small breakers down in Yorkton. We got her fixed up, or Morris, sorry. But that is your first offering for the two-wheel drive class right there. Roy Priesty in Wasted Wages, 235 even. 235 even. Still looking for the winner of 50-50. 50-50 ticket numbers. Come down to the sound booth right down here. Right down front. We'll get you hooked up. All right. Coming out of Darlingford, Manitoba. From the Tugger team, this is one of the most iconic two-wheel drive trucks that we've got in Canada here. This is the Tugger 2.
500 cubic inch big block Dodge in this little Red Express, 1978 Dodge Red Express. This truck loves having its picture taken. It's going to be riding on the back wheels as soon as that chain is tight. Ryan Nickel driving tonight. Couple of checkups underneath the hood. Yeah, we haven't given away anything. No ride, no cash. All right, green lights are on. Unbelievable, 271.62 on the back wheel. Making that little tugger tune, singing tonight. Wow. The air is awesome. Still looking for the winning tickets. 50s. You did give them their half, right? I've been to places where they'll just give you a ticket, not put the second half in, right? 50-50 tickets. I'll give you the numbers again. For the cash, $1,830. 018794. 018794. And for the ride, it is 018648. If anybody was close to those numbers, you kind of know the general area of where it was. Come down to the sound booth right down in front of the track here. We got your cash and hook up the ride with lovely Jeannie Erickson's husband, Jordan. Still looking for our 50-50 ticket winners. We can repeat the number after one of our fantastic ladies from the Superstars of the Prairie Pony League gets the new pony. Actually, it looks like we've got time right now, Chippy. Or we'll do another. We're going to read this again. Little money, $1,830. 018794. 018794. This is Bobby Joe Hoffert, ladies and gentlemen. With the number one tractor for 2024. The truck that called Notorious. This thing has a huge 572 cubic Aries big block Chevy. Everybody knows Bobby Joe.
beautiful machine. Her and one of the other two-wheel drivers have been battling out, back and forth. Bobby Joe's got the edge this year. Let's see what kind of a pass. Bobby Joe Hoffer's notorious. Unbelievable. Whoa. If you've been following us along this year, that was a pass, second to none right there. Bobby Joe Hoffer. Woo! Like, that was awesome. Still looking through.
So tomorrow, just to remind everybody, our car show on Main Street, top class car show run by ex-local lad that's been a long-time member of the Twin City Car Club, and we're excited to have him. The Cabell Valley Horse Pole, just some beautiful animals. We kind of go full circle from the horse pole to the tractor pole. Big Pedal Poles is sponsored by Major Group. 8 or 9 years old, I forget the top age, and Major Group sent the swag out for the winner, so thanks to them.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is your winner of the 2023 season in our two-wheel drive class. My good buddy Brad Rudolph out of Yorkton, Saskatchewan, and LC Motorsports. Chocolate Colorado. The Prairie Rats. Him and Bobby Joe have been battling out back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This year, Bobby Joe's got the edge, but after that pass, oh my. Brad has a very, very long ways to go. This is a huge big block Chevy, 557 cubic inches, blowing on alcohol. Brad Rudolph, let's see if he's up to the task tonight. He's got to meet the 331-foot mark that Bobby Joe just laid down. Here we go. But we still got lots more contestants in the two-wheel drive class coming up. Still looking for our winners for a 50-50. I can't believe it. Dude, unbelievable. Still got
cash. Still got a ride. I'll give you the numbers one more time. We should have here have them memorized by now. For the cash, 018794. That's for $1,830 cash. Thanks to Hawker Services here in Odessa. $1,830. Ticket number 018794. For the ride with the last resort, it is 018684. 018684. Come down to the sound booth right down in front. Center stage. We'll get you hooked up. Coming out of Raymore, Saskatchewan, the CNW Motorsports. This is the lovely Amanda in the truck they call Summertime Blues. Amanda leader, been pulling with us since the start of the Prairies Pulling League. Another one of our lady superstars. This one has a big block, 540 cubic feet. Fully injected on alcohol. It's a 1935, 1936 Chevy. 1936, a beautiful truck, ladies and gentlemen. Still has the original wooden door panels in it. Still has the original wooden door panels in it. If you get to go back into the pits to have a look. Gentlemen, get the chain tightened up, wait for the green lights from our president of the Prairie Pulling League. Throttle stuck. So Blair reached back and grabbed the safety kill switch. So Tegan, we're gonna need you. Amanda leader laying a pass down with Summertime Blues. But sometimes with that alcohol injection on the top there, the plates get a little bit of frost on them and it kind of sticks a little bit. But Blair was quick, pulled the safety kill switch, killed the trip. Now we're gonna get Tegan to pull Amanda out of the way. Very good pass, Amanda leader. 288.2. Fantastic pull. So what's the executive decision on the 50-50? All right, what kind of car is it? Is Chrysler? Chrysler 300 out in the parking lot. License plate number 228 MKY. Black Chrysler 300's been running in the parking lot since it came here, apparently. So If somebody is concerned about fuel mileage, maybe you should get back here and shut it off. Chrysler 300, black Chrysler 300 running on that. But the problem that we have right now is we can't give away money. We can't give away a ride with Jordan. I'll take the ride with Jordan. You'll take the ride with Jordan. So I don't know if it's somebody on that side and they can't hear, but we may have to do an executive decision here before the night is through on what we're going to do with this. Well, I don't know if you can hear over in the pits. Did everybody buy 50-50 tickets over in the pits? 50-50 tickets? And have you heard the number? Somebody will got to hear the number. After this truck goes, we'll tell you about it again. One of our major sponsors for the Prairies, Man and Dragula. This is Barry Weed, the huge steel structures coming out of Morgan, Manitoba, in the truck they call the Hunter. This is where is it? 672 cubic inch transport. And if you've got very sensitive ears, or even if you've got good ears, this one hurts, ladies and gentlemen. Very weak in the Hunter. Wow, Barry Reed laying down a pass. And like I said, I do the more stuff for us. That one hurts. That one hurts bad. Alright. So we're going to try to turn this up a little bit. Hello there. Oh, how are you, buddy? So, that's the president of the Prairie Pulling League, ladies and gentlemen, Sean McIntosh. And we are so happy to be here at this facility where it all started. Sean wants to thank you, the fans, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate everything you do for us. Thank you, Sean, for putting on a world-class event right here in Odessa. All right. We are going to re-announce the numbers. I'm going to turn this up. It's going to get loud. Attention in the pits. Attention in the pits. If you bought tickets for the 50-50, we got a lot of money to give away. Here's the numbers. You want to give me the numbers again? For $1,830. Ticket number 018794. Can you hear that over there? Yes, you can. Okay. For $1,830, we've got to give it away. 018794. We'll give you the opportunity to get over here to the sound stage right center front of the stands. And then for the ride, with Jordan Ericson in competition tomorrow. Ticket number 018648. 018648 for the ride in the unlimited diesel competition tomorrow with Jordan Ericson. Do we have any winners on that side? I don't hear anybody screaming and yelling. We need to find the winners. I'm going to turn this back down. Maybe we should tell them a little bit. Can you see anything up there, Zach? He's gone. He has left the building. Here's your official. Oh, that's the sheet for him. Memphis won the money. Fantastic, Memphis. Rounds and drinks in the bar with Memphis. Ring the bell. All right, so we just have to give away the ride for competition with Jordan Ericson. So congratulations, Memphis. So, ladies and gentlemen, our two-wheel drive class is over with, and it was a very, very tight competition, but guess who won? Bobby Joe Hoffert in Notorious. Second place goes to Barry Weed in the Hunter, and third place goes to Brad Bludoff in the Prairie Rat. Big round of applause for my favorite class, the two-wheel drive class. Fantastic. And don't forget, we're going to do it all over again tomorrow. All right, I hope you guys didn't throw your tickets away, because we're going to draw again for the competition ride. We are going to the super modified class. Super modified class. Super modified tractor class. We got a few entries in this one. And we got a brand new tractor that'll be coming up. But right now, one of the guys that was instrumental in starting the Prairie Pulling League over a decade ago, Joe Hoffert, tractor they call Ogden M3. 572 cubic inches, blowing on alcohol big block Chevys. Dolly Farms, Hoffert Services, Excel Engine Builders, Chico Farm Sales, Small Engine Service, or Small Motor Services, and Gulf Petroleum are the sponsors on this. So the way the area is tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it is perfect for horsepower. Got a little bit of moisture in the air. It's not too hot. So with the right tune-up on this thing is gonna make a pass. They've got the extra weight added into the sled. They changed the gearing up to get that weight back to come up faster. See if it can control the horsepower. But this is gonna be a pass, ladies and gentlemen. Green lights on! Joe Hoffert on to N3. Somewhere north of 5,000 horsepower right there. Wow. Setting the bar in the super modified tractor class. Okay. Once Joe gets that thing shut down, we are going to draw again for the competition run.
50-50 ticket. The new ticket number for the ride in the competition ride tomorrow, 018261. 018261. Come on down to the sound booth here. All right, so we just drew another ticket for the ride in the competition tomorrow. Number again, once again, is 018261. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we found the rider that gets to go with Jordan Ericson tomorrow from Grenfell, Saskatchewan, just down the highway a bit. Paul, you get to go in a wild diesel truck tomorrow with Jordan Ericson. Congratulations. Thank you to everybody that bought 50-50. Don't forget, tomorrow, guaranteed $2,500. And who's the sponsor on that one? South Country. Thank you to them for guaranteeing the $2,500 on the 50-50 for tomorrow. So Paul from Grenfell is going to ride with Jordan Ericson tomorrow during competition. So up next, ladies and gentlemen, our super modified tractor, we're going to have a somewhat of a motorsports symphony here. So this is a tractor coming out of Wetaskiwin, Alberta, in the Bannock pulling team. This is Prairie Outlaw, and it has 1, it has 2, it has 3, it has 4 massive big block Chevys on the front of that tractor, and it's a bit of a symphony to get this thing started. They have the capability of running it on 1 engine. They have the capability of running it on 2. I've seen it run on 3 multiple times, and I've seen it run on 4 engines. So we'll see how many of them they get fired up tonight. So they get 1 engine started, just like that. They get 1 engine started. Then they have to use the clutch bar once they get that engine revved up, and activate the clutch to start the second one. I think we have 2 running now. For sure we have 2 running. Then they run over to the other side. Put the clutch bar in there. Still got 2 running. Looks like they have over 10,000 horsepower. Over 10,000 horsepower on all 4 engines. Lenny Manook is going to be driving, 81 years old in 3 days. 81 years old in 3 days. Yeah. 3 weeks, sorry, 3 weeks.
The thing we were talking about earlier, I won't be able to do. Pooping. Wow. And we still have more horsepower coming yet. Looks like we got stuff. We got more stuff to give away. Danica, what have you got? You got Hofford stuff. From the winning team, Mom laid down a pass. You, how did it go tonight? I think Duncan was already over here saying that he beat you. No big deal. All right, you guys want some Hofford pulling team swag? You gotta make some noise. Danica, where are you gonna go? Where are you gonna go? You wanna do it right here? Come on down here. Come on down here. Oh, you gotta make them work for it. They gotta work for it. You gotta make them work for it. Jamie's got stuff. Jamie's got stuff. Jamie's got more stuff. More stuff to give away. All the sponsors, all the pony teams, donating stuff to give away. Are we out? Right? There might be stuff in there too. Check that bag. Oh, we've got more half. Kind of quiet. Big hop. Into the wind. Oh, good catch. Sign that kid up. What do we got? We got more monster trucks. We got more monster trucks. From the Rabbit Pond team. Monster truck rides tomorrow, don't forget. All right. Coming out of Darlingford, Manitoba. This is a brand new build. This will be the very first pull for this. This has Gen 3 Hemis, like the 5.7 liter Hemis. It's called Misbehavin'. Tom Nichol is driving. Very, very first time that this thing's gonna pull, and it's right here. Odessa. Fantastic. 217.2. They would be very happy with that phone. Fantastic. First pull ever on that brand new build from the Nichol family. What an awesome night, Zach, eh? Couldn't ask for better weather. Fantastic crowd.
Oh, it certainly is, isn't it there, Dallas? Could be another nice day for making hay tomorrow here in Odessa with some more racing happening. But the antiques back on tomorrow, a bunch of family activities in the afternoon, and then again the main event starting a little earlier tomorrow night. I think a 6:30 start.
That's right, yep. All kinds of stuff for the kids. Face painting, bouncy houses, monster truck rides.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to forget about those. Get a chance to ride one of those big units.
No. Just while we're And heavy horse pulling, at what time does that start? 2 o'clock? 1:30. Heavy horse pulls right here, right down front. Quite an awesome event to watch. No earplugs needed, but sometimes you need nose plugs because the exhaust smells different out of those horse pipes. It's a sweeter smell. Depends if they're in clover or brome grass. So we still have one more offering in the super modified class, and then we're going to go to the working truck class. Tomorrow night, Zach, too, they've got fireworks after the event, and a cabaret, too. Right tonight, too. Well, you didn't tell me that. In case anybody better put it. Somebody should have paid attention again. Who's the band tonight? Odd Man Out is tomorrow night, I think. Odd Man In is tonight. Odd Man Out tomorrow night. All right, coming out of Muscata, Manitoba, this is quite a piece of machinery. This has 2 Allison aircraft engines from the Invader team. Should be Bill Prince nestled into the driver's seat there. It's called Just Another Invader. It has 2 beautifully built Allison aircraft engines. Once again, this tractor's pulled all over Canada, the United States, and the UK. And everything is right. Like I said, the air is fantastic tonight. We're making big horsepower. And I have a feeling that this thing is going to be heading towards wavering pretty quick. Green light is on, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Prince, Just Another Invader. There we go, Just Another Invader throwing dirt. 296.45. Look at the flames on that one. Love it. Grab some hot dogs. Yeah, cook up some raw fuel. Well, that's a big old pile of dirt there. Love that machine. Wow. So that's our super modified tractor class, ladies and gentlemen. And coming out on top, first place goes to Joe Hoffert in odds and ends 3. Second place goes to Just Another Invader, right? And third place goes to Prairie Outlaw in young Wayne Bannock. So that's our super modified tractor class, ladies and gentlemen. Big round of applause for all of our superstars here tonight. Putting on one heck of a show. Fast and furious right from the start to the end. And now we're going to start into our working class semi-class. We got 3 contestants in this.
So just another quick note. We're so happy you guys spend your hard-earned money here. It goes into our community, benefits our town and our rural folks. We built a brand new hall. Ours was ready for demolition. We built a brand new hall. Money went to our rink, our ball diamonds, our fire department, our medical first responders, our dance club, I don't know, the list goes on and on.
I watched it on Facebook as you were giving out the guy. I couldn't believe it. It was an amazing, amazing gesture for all of those community programs that you do all of this fundraising for. One event
a year, and it takes a community to run it. It is massive. We are, you know, from what came a little small thought of getting a few guys together and pulling down the track, and as Joe Hobart asked me, let's just throw a barbecue on the side and cook a few hamburgers and we'll be good. And what it's turned into, it's amazing.
I said this is like the Grand Nationals of Western Canada right here for pulling. So semi-class here, we got a 1994 Peterbilt 379, 500 Detroit in that thing. This is Dax Coke. Oh, he picked a tall gear. He was gonna get that box rolling.
Did push that little black button down on the side.
And that's the thing, you know, you hook up, you gotta figure it out one time. Here we go. I think he's starting off in fourth low. Yeah, looks like it. But he's got a good head of steam, good looking Peterbilt right there. Come on, Dax. Oh, and ran out of turbo spool. Setting the bar right there for the working class. Keep in mind they're pulling the same weight as that 10,000 horsepower tractor of Manuks pulled. Not bad, 197.86 for Mr. Cope. Good job. He's gonna roll out. Have to get him.
Once again, Meridian, they have been a great sponsor. Odessa Co-op, Sherwood Co-op, Young's Equipment. The list goes on.
All right, our next contestant. Yeah, and the list of sponsors is so long that fills the back page of the program. Zach was able to make it through all of them once tonight. We got to look after our major sponsors. Meridian Big, P&K Farms got the bar going on over there with the barley bin.
Yeah, and D&B Trucking out of Sedley, Donnie Baker. He's sponsoring the entertainment stage. South Country with their big sponsorship of the 50-50 Major Group. Like we got all the colors of the equipment here.
Yeah, absolutely. Young's, South Country, all of them, we absolutely appreciate it. Tomorrow we'll pound through those because it'll be the same sponsors again tomorrow. So we got an 03 Peterbilt. Thank you, Jamie. This one has another Detroit in it too. This is Dave Cope from Belgoni. He's been pulling in the antiques for years, he said. He's going to try his working class semi. 530 horsepower, Detroit 13 speed. Oh, there's a bit of clutch smoke. There's a bit of clutch smoke out of there. Get that box rolling. Get that box rolling. The key is you gotta get that box moving. Oh, that was tough on it. Took a couple of years of life off that clutch right there. But that's the thing, you know, you just never know what gear to pull in. Plus he was pulling that long chain. The longer that chain is, the harder it is to pull Big Sean down the track with that weave steel structure eliminator.
That's a definite learning curve, what gear to pick. It will be easy for us to stand beside and judge, but yeah, that's a tough job.
For sure, for sure. But these are everyday working class trucks. Good looking Pete's from the Cook Boys.
And you're saying Sean's truck, Sean's sled, and that's with Sean in it yet too.
Yeah, I know. And he had 2 cheeseburgers before he got in there, so that slowed those guys down. He,
Come on, had 2
Good job,
cheeseburgers
Dwayne.
before breakfast.
yeah. And so don't forget, after our show tonight, we got live entertainment in the bandstand. Who did you say is sponsoring the bandstand?
B&B Trucking.
B&B Trucking out of
Johnny
Sedley.
Baker.
That's awesome. So we got a Ford 9000. Oh, this has got an awesome Caterpillar and a 3406B Cat. Old school horsepower right there. This is Wyatt with his Ford 9000 from Broadview, Saskatchewan. I got my faith in the Caterpillar. Ericson Diesel hooked me up with a good Caterpillar C15. Got 650 horse right at the wheels. Fantastic build. And no, I'm not hooking into the sled. Oh, he picked the tall gear. Get that B rolling. Get that B rolling. Go, Wyatt. There we go. Now that cat's waking up. Now the Caterpillar's awake. 197 is the mark to beat. Oh, just not enough traction. 181.75. Pulling huge weight with that. Good job. I was hoping that cat would light up. So it looks like our winner in the semi-class, working class, is Dax Cope. Congratulations, Dax, on the win. Big round of applause for all of our participants tonight. What a show. What a show.
Be sure to go on back out tomorrow for more fun action here in Odessa. Do one quick round of applause and thanks for all our sponsors tonight. Major sponsors, Meridian Manufacturing, Young's Equipment.